I've been receiving this message to film a video on dependent application. Let me just read that out. Fajira, please do a video on this topic. I'm on healthcare visa and my wife is my dependent before. Can my wife be main applicant and I be her dependent now? So this is a message I've been receiving from my beautiful viewers, and majority of you wants me to give a detailed information on switching as a dependent of someone who is on a health and care visa, or applying for a visa with your dependent on the health and care worker visa. Every information you need to know about health and care worker visa with dependents will be shared in today's video. And if you have any question or you have any contribution, please feel free to leave it in the comment section. I'll be there responding, and other people as well will also respond to your messages or learn from your experience. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fajira if you're new to this channel, and for my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate. God bless you. Create content on how you can migrate to the UK, like jobs with visa sponsorship, UK immigration updates, which I'm about to share one right now, live in the UK scholarships, like everything you can think about the UK. If you're someone who is interested in such content, or you know anyone who may be interested in such content, do hit on that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so each time I upload a new video, you're going to be the very first person to see that video. And before we dive right into today's video, please do like and share with your friends and loved ones. I'm sure someone will find it helpful. I've been receiving a lot of messages about the care worker, dependents, and main applicants. If one person is switching, and who can apply and who cannot apply to continue to stay with their dependent. So which is why I thought I should share this video just to answer this question for everyone who had sent me this message, and I've left this comment just as you can see on my screen. Now, the health and care worker visa, like we know, is a visa that allows you to come to the UK to work. There has been a lot of changes with the health and care worker visa, especially for care workers. Now, apply for your visa as a care worker or senior care worker before 11th of March 2024. Then, even if your visa was approved after that date, provided you submitted your application before midnight of the 11th of March, before that midnight, then you can still apply with your dependents. Once your visa is out, you can apply for your dependents to join you. But this has been really confusing. This particular changes to dependents is only applied to code 6135 and also code 6136, which is for care workers and senior care workers. Lots of visas have been refused as well, because some people went to apply after 11th of March with their dependents. Their own visa was approved, but their dependents was not approved. So you have to take note of this. Don't submit any application for your dependent if you got your C.o.S. after 11th of March 2024. Question about a dependent applying as the main applicant on a health and care worker visa. So I just also want to remind us that the health and care worker visa is not only for care workers and senior care workers. Nurses are there, auxiliary nurses, doctors, like there are other categories of job that is on the health and care worker visa. Now, the only section that does not permit dependent is the care worker. So let's go to the care worker visa, which is for the senior care workers and also for care workers. If you have moved to the UK as a senior care worker, I share some related documents on this. Let me just take the question again so I can answer this, why I share other related documents. So please, Fajira, do a video on the topic. I'm on healthcare visa and my wife is my dependent before. Can my wife be main applicant and I be her dependent? Now, if you're a man, just like this question is, and you have been on the healthcare visa, now you want your wife to be the main applicant, why you become the dependent? Now I'll tell you, because the category of visa that your wife is on is a dependent of a care worker. It's a different category, and you are the main applicant on the health and care visa. Now, the only thing you can do in this situation is for you to carry on to be the main applicant, because once your wife becomes the main applicant, the new rules will apply to your wife, because she has been a dependent to a care worker. She wasn't the main applicant at the point the rules changed that you cannot apply with your dependents. Now, for you who have been the main applicant, if you change an employer, let's say you've been on the care visa for a year or so, and or maybe for a few months, and you're changing employer, you can carry on to change an employer and also apply for a new visa with your dependent. They can carry on to remain your dependent, because at the point you got your health and care worker visa, the new rules was not in place. you have gotten your visa, you've moved to the UK as a care worker, or maybe you have not moved to the UK but you've gotten your visa, the new rules does not affect you because you can still carry on to stay with your dependent. But if you want to do the switch now, you cannot depend on your wife because the new rules will apply to your wife. So this is just this answer. For instance, if you're a dependent on any category of visa and you choose to now become the main applicant of a new visa, let's say maybe the health and care worker visa, now the years, even if you have spent 2 years as a dependent on the health and care visa, you now becoming the main applicant, you start counting from year 1. So you will have to spend 5 years for you to get your indefinite leave to remain. If you are a dependent of someone who is on the health and care worker visa and you spent 2 years already, you only have 3 years for you to get your indefinite leave to remain. So before you choose to be the main applicant, think about it, because the years you have spent as a dependent will be completely lost. You have to start afresh. This is just what it is. So if you're planning to switch the main applicant and dependent, you have to really think about it. Now, for everyone who are still asking me about dependents applying with care workers, please, just as you can see, this is from the government website. If you're a care worker or senior care worker, your partner and children cannot apply to join you or stay in the UK as your dependent unless you were employed as a care worker or senior care worker in the UK and on a health and care worker visa before 11th March 2024, and one of the following is true. You are currently still on a health and care worker visa, extending your health and care worker visa with your current employer, you're changing to a new job within the same occupation code while on a health and care worker visa. So that is what it says about applying with your dependents on the care worker visa. So switch to this visa. You might be able to apply to switch to a health and care worker visa if you're already in the UK on a different type of visa. Your partner or child's visa will not automatically switch to this visa if you switch yours. If you do not switch their visa, it will be valid until its original end date. So they can either apply at the same time as you or at any time before their current visa expires. Please take note of this. If you're switching to this visa as a care worker or senior care worker, your partner or children will not be able to switch as your dependents to this visa. So if you're currently a student in the UK and you plan to switch to the care worker visa, as you can see, your partner or children will not be able to switch as your dependents to this visa. So you should be looking at codes outside 6135 and 6136. Now code 6131, which is for auxiliary nurses, you can actually switch with your dependents, but this particular 6135 and 6136 you cannot switch. A lot of my viewers have sent messages saying that they got an update that because they are currently in the UK, they can switch to the health and care worker visa with their dependents because they are currently in the UK, whereas those outside the UK cannot bring in their dependents. Guys, nothing has changed. If you're currently, let's say, on a student visa or on a post-study work visa or any other category of visa, and you intend to switch to the care worker visa with jobs on code 6135 and code 6136, you're not allowed to switch with your dependent. So you have to think about it before you go for your C.o.S. So this is just the answer to your question, and I hope this brings further clarity on the switching and the applying for your visas. And so you have to think about it, but I would also suggest that you can get a solicitor to also help you through the process, but paying that amount of money to a solicitor when you know that at the end it may not work out is just not necessary. But if you're currently watching this video and let's say you were on study visa or post-study work visa and you have successfully switched to the care worker visa after 11th of March, please leave your comments on how you went about it in the comment section so that others can also learn from your experience. And if you have any suggestion to what I've just shared, please also leave it in the comment, because a lot of people are really eager to know more about this and how they can go about it. If you have done any of the processes and it worked for you, please also leave it in the comment section so that others can learn from it. So guys, This brings us to the end of today's video, and I hope you find this video helpful. And if you do find it helpful, please do like and share this video with your friends and loved ones. I'm sure they will also find it helpful. And if you're yet to subscribe to join our beautiful family, please do hit on that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so each time I upload a new video, you're definitely going to be the very first person to see that video. Until I see you in my next video, thank you very much for watching. Bye bye for now.